Okay.
Thank you so much for the interview, much appreciated. It has been an auspicious occasion for all of us here today. We are making history in Mossel Bay, the place of many firsts. Also the first Khoi festival that we are hosting here in Mossel Bay, in conjunction with the municipality as a stakeholder, which we are very excited about, and the museum also as a stakeholder. We started out with a festival theme. And then when we started the program last night and this morning, it just turned out into a summit where leadership just wanted to talk and they wanted to voice their opinions, and we wanted to talk about the unity, but also how are we going to bring the unity, because everybody have unity talks and everybody have this thing where we say, but we want to practice Ubuntu, but the Khoi don't say Ubuntu, the Khoi say Abba. It means that I carry you on my back and I'm taking you forward with me. So we came to that place where we have just decided that started out as the festival, it turned into the summit, and we are having our talks and we are really just engaging as a Khoi nation. What is the way forward? The one thing that I've noticed here this morning is that we have all 5 tribes in the house, which is exciting for me. We might not have the leaderships of all those tribes, but all the tribes are here, and that is the most important thing for us here in Mossel Bay. That the First Peoples are having this event in Mossel Bay, specifically the place of many firsts. We are in the Eden district. That the name in itself says it all. So that is what we are very excited about, that we are doing the launch of the Khoi and San Indigenous Aboriginal First Peoples Parliament. We're launching the parliament also tonight at the banquet. The idea is just to get the leaderships together to launch the parliament, and then at a later stage bring all the leaders from all the tribes together and sit and talk and look at the way ahead and how we are going to form a unity amongst ourselves, but also how are we going to engage government as a collective and not as an entity that wants to fight amongst each other all the time. And that is the most important thing for me as a convener of this festival. We didn't want to have a big thing. We didn't want to start out and just have dancing and singing and having a good party effect. No, no, no. We wanted to bring the leaders together and the tribes together and talk about what is the way ahead for the Khoi and the San and for all the other tribes without fighting with one another, and just engaging and making sure that we bring about the right story. Not his story and her story, but our story as a collective, and then taking that forward as a Khoi people's group in South Africa. The email went out nationally, so nationally all the tribes knows about the event. That was the most important thing. There are pertinent issues in different provinces why leaders couldn't be here, one of which would have been the financial aid that we didn't have to bring people here from all the other provinces. But we have delegates and we have representation here, and that is what it's about.
You spoke such a beautiful word now, the Abba, carrying somebody on their back, which is equivalent to Ubuntu. Is there a greeting or a blessing of peace in the indigenous language that you would like to share with our viewers?
Yes, definitely. We say Carstens. Carstens means good day, hello, how are you well? It's one word, but it entitles such a lot of the Khoi people. And then there's another one when somebody leaves where we say Moiluap. You know, we say Moiluap, but what you are actually saying to that person, it's like when you are saying Shalom. You are saying, man, laat dit met jou baie goed gaan. Man, waar jy ook nou na toe gaan, wees net in vrede. En bring net vrede en wees geliefd in daar waar jy gaan. Jy sê Moiluap, laat dit met jou pragtig baie goed gaan. Dis die mooi daarvan. Wanneer jy vir iemand in die oggend groet, gaan jy nou sê Mire. So jy gaan nou sê goeiemôre, maar jy sê dit met 'n hart wat Jana man, goeiemôre man. You know, with that excitement, Mire. And you talk about it's coming from the heart. So that is the entity of the Khoi language. The Khoi language reminds me very much about the Hebrewic about the Hebrew language. You know, every letter means something. So when you put it all together, it brings about a beautiful word. And that is a beautiful thing about Kukugawa, the Khoi language. That it brings another entity to the language in itself. You know, the Bible says that, and nations, tribes and tongues will stand before God one day. So if you don't have a tribe, You are not a nation, you don't have a tongue. As what are you going to stand before God? And that is why we are saying that we must teach our people the ancient language of our forefathers so that they can go and stand before God with a nation, with a tongue, and as a tribe.
This morning at the ceremony before we started, there was the burning of Khoi. Can you please explain to us what the meaning of that was and the significance?
When we burn Khoi, we burn Khoi because why? It clears the air, it purifies the air around us. It also gives us an opportunity to inhale the air and cleanse us from within. When we burn the Khoi, it is also to say to everybody in that circle, everybody who are here, you are welcome here. We are bringing you into our crowd environment, and we are saying we are embracing you for who you are. That is why we burn the Khoi.
T-L-O-J, T-L-O-J.